1 Spring School Board. We are live.
Great, thank you very much, LTV. Good evening, everybody. Prior to this, we were in executive session going over contract negotiations. But at this time, 7:15, I would like to call this meeting to order. Vicki, would you do roll call, please?
Sure. In attendance tonight is Barbara Dayton, Eric Fredrickson, Patrick Brabant, and Kate Saris, and absent is Emma Field.
Great, thank you very much. We could all rise to the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. We will actually first we will start with our PTA update. If our PTA is here.
I don't believe they're here, Barbara,
Okay.
but they just wanted everybody to know that they're working on field trips with Mr. Coe.
Yep.
And then they'll have their spring break in the spring. That's their big fundraiser for all the field trips.
Right.
So, and they apologize that they could not be here today.
Okay, thank you. Then we'll have a presentation from the student council.
They're in the house.
All right.
Hello everyone, my name is Watts and I am the co-president of the Student Leadership Council here at Spring School. We were elected this November by kids in the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade middle school in our social studies classes, and we used video over Google Forms to actually vote and be elected in our positions. This school year, we have been in charge of morning announcements, Tuesday through Friday, and they consist of saying a Pledge of Allegiance as an entire school and keeping students and staff up to date and aware of what's happening in the school community. We mentioned team scores, highlights, and information about upcoming events. We have a joke of the day, and members of our school diversity club translate the quote of the day into Spanish. We feel that it is important to start the school day together and have some spring school pride.
Hi, my name is Hayden Stone, and I'm also a co-president. So the Student Council is in charge of Pizza Fridays. We collect money from our junior high classmates on Thursdays and deliver their orders at lunch on Fridays. We charge a little extra for slices so that we can get extra slices for students in need, and the rest of the money goes to help to finance our 2 big dance events for the year, the fall formal and the spring fling dance. With the money we made this time around, we plan to put it towards getting a photo booth for the upcoming spring fling dance. As a group, we have 27 active members. Our organization volunteers for school events such as park, junior high pep rallies, PTA events, and our annual Toys for Tots collection during the holiday season. We are pushing toward getting the open gym every Friday night from 6 to 8 p.m., which allows students to blow off some steam to start off our weekends. We look forward to working with our school administrators to help bring more activities and programs for our students. Thank you for your time.
Oh, that's great.
I'm Eliza Thuziak, and I'm the vice president of the student council, and I'm in charge of bulletin board committee.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for coming, sharing a bit of what you do. Good luck with the projects that you're working on, and we hope that you'll come back and keep this updated on how you're doing. And yeah, we look forward to hearing more.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
The gym last year, right?
We did. I was in the gym last year. I was in Wednesdays, right? Friday. We had the grant funding for the open gym last year. Is there any left of that?
No, but we can put our heads together and see if there's any funds left. I did ask Mr. McCormick if he had any ideas of funding for the program. We would be looking at chaperones.
Right. What would you need? One security guard and one chaperone, or what would you need?
Depends on who would step forward. The chaperones, it's their work. You know, the teachers get asked first, and then if there's not enough teachers, then it goes to the teacher assistants. And we can extend a security guard, you know, for the parking outside. Not parking, but pick up and drop off.
How many kids showed up last year? Quite a bit.
I think there were like 25 to 30, I thought.
You would need at least 3 chaperones. You want male and female, for the bathrooms.
Right. Yeah, I remember there was like 4, but we had the bullet aid maybe for that.
So you're looking at probably roughly maybe $120. And what do we've got left? How many Fridays do we have left? Like 8?
Right, yeah.
More than
it was-
8.
It was
Maybe.
more popular like in say a February, March when it's colder, darker. So
Baseball season's coming, right?
exactly. So once you have, so quantifying it
March
might
and
not be
April?
as much as we think. It might be 6 to 8 Fridays. So maybe it's possible.
Yeah.
Could you use a chaperone and parents volunteer, or would that have to be put to the parents?
Um,
Don't give me an answer. There's something to think about.
you can, but again, it is STA work. So as long as, you have enough chaperones from the STA, you wouldn't go to parents.
No, I'm saying, but could you offer like to say, we have, 1 or 2 teachers who volunteer to do it with the help of, set up a schedule of volunteer parents. Could you do that?
Like you're saying,
But
get the
it's
minimum of the
contractually,
STA
it's an
contractual
STA,
requirement and
yeah.
fill it
Yeah.
with no
volunteer.
expense for the other.
Kids don't want their parents.
Is that,
I'm sure we have some teachers. I know Mr. McCormick said he would be interested in chaperones.
well, I would say, worry about expenses, and you're trying to save expenses. If we offer to help the parents, it would cut down our expenses.
It's just a contractual issue though,
Right.
so you can't do that.
No, but if you did, what is it?
You should have a ratio of 1 to 10.
One thing.
And you should have male and female, because if you open it up to both.
So I'm sure you guys are looking into this already, so you'll keep us posted how it develops. So, all right, so now it's time for public commentary on number 1 of items of personnel and finance or policy. So if anybody here in the audience, Kim, or anybody in the
Oh, boy.
audience would like to
We lost the
call
rest.
in and
Oh,
regarding one of
God.
these categories, please do so right now. And no, so we are just going to hop right on into personnel matters. Deb.
Okay, I'm going to go through this rather quickly. We hired a new teacher to replace one of our teachers that left in December. So Mrs. Sullivan is going to be the mentor to that new teacher, which is required. Robin Bass is a teacher assistant, received his certification. So he has a tenure date there of 27, believe it or not, 2027. You have a letter of retirement, regrettably, from Mrs. Elaine Bickley. I would recommend that we honor her in June for her service to the Spring School District. A elementary teacher and now a AIS teacher in math, who will be retiring. We also have a retirement that's coming up a little quicker than that, and I would recommend that we bring Sherry Walters in for the April meeting to recognize her on her retirement. She's one of our custodians. In fact, she is the daytime custodian for the district. And her letter of resignation for retirement said she never expected this to be here so long. And she does want to come back as a monitor and a substitute custodian for the district. So we'll have that on the next board agenda. Sherry PD is a non-certified substitute, so that will be $135 a day. School monitors for the buses, they're not all at one time, but this way that we have a backup in case we need somebody to fill in. And originally the board approved 2 and we couldn't find them. So now you have several that are interested and they have been trained. In fact, Homeland Security was here today, training our bus drivers and our monitors on what to do in case of an emergency.
I have a question on that, just a clarification. I have a question on that one.
Yes.
Okay. I noticed that we hired a teacher assistant, Robert Bass, full-time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he also has a bus monitor.
Yes.
Would that be after hours, overtime runs, or would that be
Yes.
the classroom day?
That's before or after his shift.
Before, and the same thing with the security guards?
Yes. Well, the security guard, if Tom's here and he rides the bus, then no, that's not extra. That's part of his shift.
Well, we ride the bus, but you still have a security guard on campus.
No, not, well, till 4 o'clock you would. But Tom does whatever he needs to do to help out.
No, I know he does. I'm
Yeah.
just wondering, I know security's always been a big issue. And I know you run the business here, but upon the security guard, I know you're trying to get monitors on the bus, but he's also a security guard that's working the duty here. So he'll be coming on his day off to do bus runs.
No, only if he's here. He does that in case, but he needed to be trained and needed to be approved to ride the bus.
Right, he can't do it if he's not approved, so we have to approve him whether he ends up doing it or not.
Correct. He was a good backup for us when we had a hard time finding people, and he didn't mind doing it at all. Our robotics team, the Lightning Bots, have done it again. This time the championship is local. It's in Hicksville. The two coaches are splitting a stipend, a level 3. So that's why you see half at 3 and it's half the money there. And that will be through Bullet Aid. Okay.
Delighted to hear our teams are doing so well.
They're just, we're so happy, and they've taken it to such another level. By the way, Southampton just put in a high school robotics team, so the pressure's on now for our kids to bring it up to the high school. Lisa Dragone has agreed to do the leave replacement in E&L. Dylan Cucci has agreed to do the leave replacement for Morgan Mann in phys ed. J and K are your salary advancements for Laura Dunham and then Jackie Rambo. L is the resolution, which other school districts have done, and this is the first time Springs has done it, to allow a Board of Ed member to participate in the school district health insurance with the requirement that the board member pays both the employer and the employee contribution. And Eric Fredrickson was the only member taking advantage of that ability to do that. So that resolution is there. Approve Cynthia Pantel as the behavior intervention specialist. You've done this before. This is, we always put in the number of hours. So we're extending those hours. She's working particularly with a student that we are working very closely with in the district. Accept the letter of resignation from Stephen Guarini as our school business official, district treasurer.
And let me shout out to Steve for, we really appreciate his having come out here and our thinking outside the box of having a hybrid person for this position. And we know it was, it was hard for someone with a very young family to be working such a distance away from home and then being away from home. So we certainly understand that he is moving on. We wish him all the best. Thomas Mayer?
Yeah. Oh, you have the appointment of Tom Manger as district treasurer. Tom is the district treasurer in Amagansett and has agreed to come over to Springs after hours to be our district treasurer.
Deb, thank you very much for suggesting that position.
He's very dedicated and committed to Amagansett, but he's willing to help Springs out. Approve the after-school tutoring under Title I grant. We have several teachers that have volunteered to do that program. Mr. Felt is spearheading it and should start shortly in preparation for ELA and math testing that's coming up. Our staff have gotten very creative in writing for scholarships to attend conferences. God bless you. You have Corey Strain before you. All of his conference costs are being covered by a scholarship. The only cost to the district is $410 for the actual admission to the conference, but everything else is being picked up on a fundraising, platform that he received the funds for. So that is the social studies conference. It's he'll come back and turnkey here, and we're very happy that he took that initiative. R is Barbara Warren, and S is Aiden Stevens. These are your two archivists. So this will be totally covered by the archives grant. They will be on site Monday. They will start, and they plan to be here for about 12 weeks. So we're so excited to see this project get underway. And that was a competitive grant. Barbara
Right.
helped me on that, and
that was last year?
that was last year.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
and that
great.
renovation, not only does it include actually somebody sitting and going through the files that are downstairs, but because of construction, we didn't take files from upstairs downstairs. So one person will work primarily upstairs, trying to archive our records to make room for new records. Also shelving, new boxes, sleeves where you write what you want on the box rather than writing on the box so the box can be reused. And also the dehumidification system, which is being installed by our maintenance crew, but all the supplies were purchased through the grant, so.
Wonderful. Great. Are there any additional questions on the personnel items at this time?
Maybe pull L to the side so Eric could abstain.
Excuse me?
Pull L to the side.
Uh,
Do that independently.
I don't know that we need to do that independently, but.
Well, he'd have to abstain from it, that's why.
Oh, right, yes, I guess, let's, actually, does Eric have to abstain for it if he's taking the insurance?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, I
the
was
attorney
gonna
did
ask,
not
but it's-
advise.
Yeah.
We're really approving the law that's making it available, and
Right.
then, but I recognize that that's the thing, but even if we all did it, then none of us would be able to vote for it.
Right.
Yeah.
You're
So-
not getting any money from it.
I'll vote.
In fact, you're going to be outlined. So, right, so do I have a motion to move personnel items A through S to consent agenda?
Motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Great. And finance,
I'm going to do finance as well. You have quite a few warrants there for October and November. Claims audit report for January. We received the video club donation. Remember, we did approve our advisor, Laura Dunham, on that, but the contributions came from 2 community members, and we want to thank them very much. Stephen Bergenson and Christine Ganch.
Gannett,
Isn't that correct?
Stephen and Louise Bergenson and Christine Gannett.
For their donation, and that did start already. It's up and running. The lights was a donation from a parent for the right in front by the bus loop. There's a special section there with lighting. And then you have your shared service contract with East Hampton Union Free School District for the business official. This is for now through June, and it's a shared service. This is in addition to our bus shared service, and we will hope this will be something that we will then turn into a full contract for next year.
Right, I think this is a really exciting opportunity. We really appreciate Nancy, your having spoken to East Hampton and getting the ball rolling with this. And I think it's it's something that people out here would like to see, more shared services between districts. And so thank you to the East Hampton School Board for thinking that this is going to work, and we're very excited about this opportunity. Any questions at this time from the board about finance?
No.
Do I have a motion to move finance items A through E to consent agenda?
Make the motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And we have some board minutes to approve. Be it resolved, the Board of Education hereby approves the regular meeting and budget presentation minutes from the January 23rd, 2024 meeting. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We have to approve committee minutes? I thought we did.
No,
You just accepting.
you just have to accept them.
Okay,
Yes.
great. Why, I accept those. Anybody else?
Me too.
And policy, we have a number of policies that are up for adoption. First read and adoption of these had some recent revisions per our attorney, and so we have, be it resolved, the Board of Education accepts and adopts the following revised policies. Policy 0110, prohibition against sexual harassment. 4321, programs for students with disabilities. 4526, computer, network, and internet acceptable use. 4526.1, internet safety, oh, that's abolishing that, okay, abolishing the old one. 5453, student bicycle use. 8630, computer resources and data management. 8635, information security breach and notification. 8625, privacy and security for student, teacher, and principal data, first read and adoption of new policies. 5710, school safety and educational climate reporting. 9120, workplace violence prevention, and 9550, expression of breast milk in the workplace. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The principal's report has a communication chart to go over. Very
Yes, this is. Can we
excellent.
pull it up on the screen for us, please? It's going to be very brief, but we're always looking to improve our communication, as we know it's one of the board's goals as well. And just based upon parent feedback and community feedback, we've put together this document here. There you go. Which will be posted to our website in a few days, and then also it will be sent out on Parent Square. So it's in case parents don't know who to go to in terms of situations. So we outline the major occurrences that parents and community members may have, such as classroom issues, curriculum, health and safety, medical concerns, etc. So we have a step 1, 2, 3, and up to 4 and 5 on some, and the main contacts on this document as well. So once that's ready to roll, we're going to let parents know all about it through Parent Square, have it posted on the parent section in or on our website, just so that it's very clear communication. And if something, for whatever reason, if someone's out or something's not getting addressed immediately, parents will have the next person that they could go to, so that we could resolve all issues quickly and effectively.
Great. This is wonderful. We've talked about this for a while now, and just really spelling out every step like this is really great for all these possible situations. I think that
I would
very
add the email addresses as well.
Yeah, great idea.
You know, our goal is a 24-hour turnaround. People have to understand that, you know, if we're sitting by our desk and on the computer, we're not going to get back to them right away. We do have the ability also with our phones, in the case of, you know, Nancy and I are out, you know, of the district on alternating days, I will get my phone calls to my email. So I can easily return a phone call even if I'm not physically in the office.
This will be accessible on the parent tab of the website.
Correct.
Thank you for putting this together.
And while it looks redundant, I think it's really great that you added "if not resolved" next step, instead of just listing the people individually, because it's really showing there's a process for each one that you're supposed to go through before you jump ahead to the next person. So I think that's really important.
And hopefully this will get things resolved in a faster fashion, because you'll be contacting the correct individual.
Right.
Yeah.
Correct.
The other one that changes the business, the building's usage will be updated.
Oh yeah, there's a couple that will need to be updated on there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's another
Yeah.
document that has to be kept up to date.
Where
Absolutely.
That's great.
with
That's great.
respect,
That's
yeah,
nice
we
when
just kept it up.
At the beginning of the year, maybe, you know, the parents on, see, maybe we get out at the beginning of the year and mid-year.
Yeah.
Twice a year, get it out there. There's some people don't always look at the website, or they forget.
Parent-teacher conferences.
Yeah.
And Deb, it looks like you have an enrollment update.
Oh, what about, I'm sorry, do you have on a district matters, contact the superintendent, not the board members?
Oh, yeah, we can add that. Absolutely. Good idea.
District matters, contact the superintendent.
Oh, yeah, well, I noticed that nothing here says board member on it,
Right,
which is
but
as
there's
it should be.
Yeah, but we should put on there, district matters, contact the superintendent, right? If that's the route you want to go,
Yes, absolutely.
you know?
We'll add
Or your
that.
secretary, whichever way you want to do it, you know?
What's that?
Yeah, the extra step.
Okay. All right, so for enrollment update. This doesn't really reflect just how much children are moving in and out of the district. This is just the net. So registration was very busy this past month. Last year, it hit us in March. This month, it hit us in February. So we have 3 new students to first grade, 3 new students to third grade, a new student to 4th, 5th, and 6th. That's for 1 month.
How many students is that? How many new students total?
6, 7, 8, 9. in 1 month. That's K-8.
Right. And I'll guess, are they native speaking, or are they,
I don't have that breakdown.
because it's the resources we need to secure if we have to add more ELA to it, right?
Correct.
So we're now at 728, as we were 717 last month.
Correct. On the high school, we lost 3 in 9th grade. We gained 3 in 10th grade. We lost 3 in 11th, but gained 2. And so the net was like 1 positive there and another positive in 12th grade. Right now, we are over on the East Hampton number of self-contained students. So that's your highest tuition rate.
Right.
We estimated 9 last year. We actually have 10.
Okay.
We estimated 30 of what we call the hybrid, the inclusion student, and we have 28. So if you look right there, that's kind of a wash,
Yeah.
Very close.
okay? Because the special ed self-contained youngster is a lot more. And then we're running about, you know, not even 8 students under gen ed that we budgeted for. So we're very close there as well. And it's not March yet, and that's when we saw the uptick last year was March.
Right. Okay. Well, it'll be interesting to track that trend this year.
And we've been looking at, Barbara, from 10 years ago.
I'm sorry, Bob, I got a question for you. With the high, I know in the spring school, we could see when our students are coming and going, like we know we have 12 new students that came in. But at the high school level, we have kids coming in, then we have kids that leave. Are we counting those kids that left?
Yes.
I mean, so they leave more than 24 days, right? They're off the rolls, right? Or was it 30 days?
21 days,
21
of
days.
being absent in a
Right.
row.
So if they're up to 21 days, you know, this is a good time of the year when a lot of people go back to the home country for 2 to 3 months. So they're taking off the roll, so they come back on the roll in April then.
Yes.
And if we've seen any of that in the high school, give us any idea of, what's the comparison,
Well,
even though the numbers are the same.
Right now, we're very close
Right.
to what we estimated. So that's my concern. And we haven't gotten into March yet. But if we look at trend data, I went back to 2010. We were at 603 students. You're at 668 if you don't count pre-K, because I don't know if these numbers counted pre-K.
2010?
That was 2010. 2000, so go back exactly 10 years ago, and you were at 682. Difference between, like 12 kids. It's our enrollment has stayed pretty steady. You had a high of 713 in 2016, and then you had, all the rest are like 600s.
All those BOCES demographics we did all those years and trying to figure it out was totally inaccurate. Because they always showed a decline in students.
Yeah.
And as you said, Pat, the increase in E&L population, increase in students with disabilities, those are all students that, require additional services. Right. Those have also increased over the course of, let's say 13 years.
All right, thanks, Deb.
Thank you.
So we're approving the calendar, it looks like here?
Yes, this was draft 2 that we spoke about that mirrors East Hampton and BOCES calendar, where the first day of school for students will be September 5th, with superintendent conference days the 3rd and the 4th of September. Okay, and the additional holiday that is required next year is Lunar New Year, and that is for all staff and students.
Is this an actual resolution, which I don't see on here? Do we have to approve it?
Yes, you should approve it. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't catch that, Barbara, yet.
All right. So be it resolved that,
we'll move it to action.
Be it resolved, the Board of Education accepts and adopts approves the school calendar for the 2024-2025 school year. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And we'll post that to the website for everybody. I know there was a few parents that have been asking.
And I know old business wise, we had anticipated having another budget meeting on the 19th, but we know now that it will conflict with the Sam, who will be our business official now, with his East Hampton schedule. So we will have to revisit that once he begins here, which is on March
6th.
6th.
So we'll remove that from
Yeah.
the list of board meetings. And we'll make sure that we revise the resolution on the school calendar.
Great, thank you. Great. So at this time, it is time for public commentary number 2. If anybody here in the room or anybody wants to call in, this would be the time to do so.
We have no callers on the line.
Okay. Going once, going twice. In that case, do I have a motion to?
I'll make it.
Yep, oh, wait, now.
Make a motion, we end the meeting.
Yes, you have a motion, second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Great, thank
I
you.
was very enthusiastic.